Sorry, my bad. I just remembered that I might have one or two points on single motherhood in Africa, and I think like sometimes single motherhood in Africa is somehow easy, somehow not at all times, but somehow it's easy, especially if you have your parents living with you in the same city. They tend to help you or come through for you. If not, if you have very nice neighbors, they can always support you here and there during this circumstance or during this journey. Also, some people do employ housemaids who take care of their children, but this is only for people who can afford. For people who cannot afford, it definitely becomes so stressful in terms of finances. So most of these parents are always in poverty and stuff, but some of them, they really have good jobs and they really take care of themselves. So it actually depends with your situation. But in Germany, usually the government comes through for you, you understand? But even though they come through for you, but you still lack in some way, but not so much. You can still live comfortably. Unlike in Africa, if you don't have, you don't have, and it's really stressful. So in Africa, I know that some people employ housemates, some people some people employ housemates, some people they are helped by their families, and some people are the neighbors are so good and they take care of each other like a community. So raising a child is usually by a community. Sorry. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that point. Hello beautiful people, welcome to a new vlog of Miss Adino. If you're new here, welcome on board. Today we are going to be talking about ways of embracing single motherhood. Single motherhood is not always easy, but it's definitely rewarding. So remember, we don't choose to be single mothers. Situations happen to be, and that's how we end up being single mothers. But remember, the journey is always non-negotiable. Also remember to prioritize on yourself so that you can become the best parent that you can be to your child. You know, I'm going to be talking about these ways of embracing single motherhood because I have been through the same experience, and so I think like I have learned so much and I have developed so much patience through this journey. Point number one, I would like to advise you that if you're going through single motherhood, make sure that you engage yourself with other single mothers, and this can be through groups or activities and organizations. So these groups, you can always find them online. Organizations here in Germany, we do have organizations. I'm going to talk about Germany because I do not know what goes on with single parents in Africa mostly, but I know that most of them are usually with their family members, so they get enough help as they can, not unless the parents are in a different city, but they can always depend on the neighbor also. But here in Germany, remember, you are by yourself most of the times, and since it's always difficult to create friends, but I'm still going to talk about that. Let me just get to this point first. So if you're a single mother, there is a lot of groups that we have in Germany, like online. This you'll find on Facebook, or you can go to Diakoni and register with them because they usually have groups of single mothers who go there and do activities together. They have organizations like Diakoni, Frauentreff, Frauenberatung that also will help single mothers to go through their daily activities and seek help whenever they need the help. And then point number two is that as a single mother, there is some, when you come across, I know some Africans are not so friendly here in Germany, but what you can do, you can't always find that everyone is not friendly. So those that you find friendly, you can always engage with them, become friends, get to know each other, develop a close relationship if you can, so that both of you can always help each other. And sometimes you can find a single parent like you, so that you also are there for each other. You understand? And it becomes easy because both of you can always relate as per your situation. So another point is that once you build this friendship, always feel free to share with them what you think or the problems or the stress that you're going through. Yes, you might not share so much deep details because you never know who can turn against you, but when it comes to single motherhood, only share about single motherhood, the experiences of raising a child. Your personal issues, you can always keep them to yourself. but I'm for sharing the stresses that you're going through, because it can always help you. Maybe when you need to go somewhere and you don't want to go with the child, you can always leave your child with them and do your activities. Or if you're in a good relationship with the father of your child, then you can definitely always leave your child with the father of your child, with their father, and then you can do your things. But for those who are always in a situation whereby it's so tough for them with the father of their children, or they don't know who the father of their children is, then you can always create a good circle of friends, so that you can always have a shoulder to lean on whenever you need help. There is also a mutakua, I don't know how to call it. It's like a mother and child relaxation, whereby you go to your doctor and tell them that you're so frustrated about being a parent, like you're so overwhelmed, and you're having a lot of stress and you can't anymore. You need a break of being from being a parent, like you need to be in a new environment. And then they will definitely write you a shine, and this shine you can always take it to the insurance people, whereby they will check for you if there's any spaces available and what area that are free and all that. And then they will always get back to you and tell you that, okay, we found this and this, the available dates are like this, and then they pay for your holiday. You can always go and relax. And during these motakua, there's always activities that you people do as parents alone and as children alone, and then later on there is mother and child coming together, and then spending time together. Also make sure that you're always going for somewhere, like you can always leave the city that you're living in, go and relax, enjoy a different environment, come back with the energy and continue the journey. If you don't want to do so with your child, you can always leave your child with whoever close friend that you have, so that they can take care of them, and then you go. You can also seek psychological help, financial help whenever you need. The good thing with Germany, you can always seek help